We want Kush. We need more drugs. It's the song they are singing. It's the song they are singing out here. And another woman leading this group. We want Kush. That's the song they are singing out here.
Hello, Chief.
That's not Ara. Even more left just for you? No, Chief, in all them, nothing will make Chief.
Yeah, Chief, I turned everything over to Lucky. Even he got a copy of a train over.
He
lied, Chief.
What if they tell what are you? See that marijuana, I get a receipt here, the receipt I hear myself made it. So what the house doctor say? What the house doctor say? On the receipt, all the house doctor, I tell you, I'm receiving the same book, I'm doing a book question, I'm going to bring it in now. They give you the question for my... Why would say he has possession, I will able to... He carry with him, nothing about me. What is the house doctor say?
Chief, the man got all the drugs, he's lying. He got all the drugs. Chief, Chief, permission, Chief, I got a document.
Yo, you know,
Lucky.
Please, it must please carry the hard code, which is the heroin or cocaine, to issue that issue the receipt what I signed for the marijuana. They must refuse.
Yeah, Chief. What Lucky is saying, Chief, there is a serious issue yesterday on the administration team. Yeah, baby.
I give you instruction.
Yes, Chief.
And why are you embarrassing us for 34?
No,
you politician?
No, Chief, I didn't do that. I never told you. Chief, say Lucky came to Lucky is lying, Chief. Chief, Lucky is lying.
And the instructions to the government, the country to compare, but I don't see the you saying that you must support them before the job is either can get your own record.
Chief, that's a lie.
The superintendent called me. He said, oh, I need instruction, bro. They said, what's the calling me, say, you gave instructions to the I said, yeah, the procedure. I said, maybe if you want to tell, what can I do with it? He said, okay, I will call you back. The superintendent called me. So what are they coming for? Chief, powerful other night, he
refused to sign the document, Chief. He refused to sign and take the key for me. He refused to take the key and the document for me and sign the document, Chief.
As I speak to you now, make sure you go tell the officer what the man.
Yeah.
Also, they get everything it does.
Okay.
I want you no more than I will put you indefinite suspension without salary.
Chief, permission, Chief. Permission, Chief. Hello, Chief. Chief, how do I leave the country with this house husband, Chief?
My man, where do you want to leave the country?
Right now, Chief, Chief, you don't understand the security threat that been posted to my life in the county. This place, Chief, to be friend permission, Chief.
All the people that have been telling you tell you to be certain to the tower, you will sell out.
No, I know I brought Justin to town before, Chief.
All the colonial
What about gentlemen? Okay. This is okay before your own watchful eyes, right? This was proven. This was tested and proven. And our test case have exhausted, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 2 half tube here. 2 half tube. These are all heroin. And if we have the tester here, definitely these drugs will also show positive, because you saw during the application here as well. So I just want you to be in the knowledge of that. And these are all proven through our test case, where we exhausted that. So please, let us please remain calm and peaceful. Yeah, this is a security job.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so you please give us time, that will do our due diligence.
Right. Necessary.
And the Drugs Enforcement Agency has asked them to leave from in front of the Drugs Enforcement Agency office. And so the guys have taken formation. Let's see what happens. We see the officer who spoke with the guys in front there, and the officers have lined up. They've taken formation.
Making sure that the set goes. They are sweating. I went there, the man told me that they are sweating. Yes. That if he doesn't leave, they will bring a place.
We're not going nowhere. We're not going nowhere. We're not going nowhere. It's not Government came to power. Yes, the country achieved to ghetto. Yes, Senator. The people responsible to fight the drugs, the DEA. Yes. We listen to the cries. Yes. They say the government cut the budget. Yes. We spoke on their behalf. Yes. We listen to the cries. Yes. They say the government cut the pay. Yes. We spoke on their behalf. Yes. We listen to the cries. Yes. They say that they didn't have trucks or pickup or motorbike along the Jackson. Yes. We spoke on their behalf. Yes. But we also listen to the cry of the people that say the leadership of DA is still involved in the telling of drugs. Yes. And that we will speak on behalf of the people. Yes. As a result, and as a result, we are calling for the government to open an immediate investigation for the leadership of DA and dismiss all of them. If they are found guilty, dismiss them. If I'm here today, it's because I have seen evidence. If I'm here today, I've listened to testimonies. I've seen facts of the involvement of the DEA officials in drugs. And this nonsense will not happen in the country. We get a job to save the country. We get a job to take drugs from here instead of steal drugs. The children have become Togo. And all of you people here, by commission or omission, you are guilty. We will hold you accountable. We will hold George, we are government accountable. We will hold the government accountable.
Yeah, you can carry us.
So we had a discussion with the Election Commission. There are several things that we realized, and we need to increase the tempo and the pressure on the Election Commission.
Yes, we will do it.
To ensure that the final voter roll will be published and submitted to political parties and stakeholders. The discussions in there have also informed us that instead of Tuesday, as they were insinuating or suggesting, they are asking for indefinite time up to between now and next Friday.
Imagine that.
Election is 3 weeks from now, and the Election Commission said within 1 week, there is no guarantee that the final voter roll will be submitted to political parties and stakeholders. If this is not very concerning, then I don't know what is even more concerning. It's troubling.
Senator Dillon, you talk about the unprofessionalism of the National Election Commission. Now, what I want to ask, what was the mood of the National Election Commission? They've already fallen short of the time. Were they remorseful?
David Edward Brown is very unprofessional. Something is haunting this lady, and the country won't suffer it. Miata Formula, Miata Formula was there. One of the commissioners was there. NEC officers were there. I think one or two media persons were there. When that woman came on, ruling on professionally, walk out of us and refer us to our commissioners and say she was going someplace. And knowing that we came on a very crucial issue, but we suspend her own ruling attitude for now and gave the briefing to the public as it should be. We want to say to our people that the Election Commission doesn't seem to be ready. Even the remaining of the funding, the $3.2 million, is not being received yet by the Election Commission. And the $3.2 million that is supposed to be received by the Election.
Okay, so folks, we want to say welcome again to the late night show on Spoon. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for always making up time to be here on this platform where we talk about the issues of national concern, and we get to have every single person coming on here, regardless of your political views, regardless of where you stand on the national issues. Every single person get to have a voice here to talk about those issues. And so we want to say welcome again to the program. My name is Nelson Collet. We are live on Spoon FM. We are live on Fabric FM. We're live on Super 95.5 FM as well. We're live on Facebook, on Spoon TV, on Fabric TV, on Super TV, and on YouTube. We're also live at Spoon Talk Live. I want to say welcome again to the program tonight. You can kind of share the program as you come on. Let's hope you can share the program, and we have the link posted in the comment section so that you can be able to join us tonight. Join us if you can. Kindly click on the link that's in the comment section, and then you'll be able to join us tonight and make a contribution on the program. And yes, so we're encouraging the females to join us as well as we move on with this very great discussion here today. Let me go across and bring in all of those who have joined us. I see the different political parties are represented here. Let me bring in Mobile Zokia, my co-moderator. Mobile, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, Nelson. Thank you. We are again to discuss the Liberian people issues.
Okay.
And we're all unfolding in the country. Thank you for having me.
So how was your day today?
Well, my day was a little bit, I slept all day from, let's say, from 8 all the way to 3 o'clock, from 8 in the morning to 3 o'clock. Yeah. So, but then I came to work by 4 o'clock, just relax. I was only going usual, but, everything fine, everything okay, I'm here.
No, sorry. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah, I'll be leaving maybe a few hours from now. But, we stay here. We'll be discussing the Liberian issue until the hour reach.
Okay.
And also, thank you for having me again, my man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay. So let me just go across now to bring in Sylvester Johnson, the newest Unity Party mayor, Sandy Jalayu Sandy, the CPP representative on the show, Vakabina Toure, as well. Thanks for joining us, Vakabina. And I bring in Prince as well. Let me see who else do I bring in. Okay, so let's hold it at that.
Prince,
And I mean, I go to your in the chat room, man. Yeah, no more
I mean, a question about asking it, remember. Because no response,
So-
I gotta ask.
let me say welcome Sylvester, welcome Sandy.
How you doing?
Yeah, Sandy, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here to represent Mr. Kumis.
Good evening, gentlemen. Sorry, I couldn't get up me on time. How y'all doing?
Yeah, it's good to see you.
Good
I don't know how many of you have noticed this, but Sandy's camera is okay now.
It's
close.
close.
We are close to election now. So
Mama, you gotta remove your face cap, man. You can't be one of those. You can't be one of those. No,
just dish out 100,000 per contest, so the main guy is share now. You can
100,000 per which
the same way Bwaka gave you share.
The man want to show you.
they get a man share. You can see the man funny, the man fresh.
I make too much.
Let me say welcome. Let me say welcome to Toure. Toure, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Okay, and
here, man, every night.
Yeah, making the case for cancel. There's a photo. There's one a very unique photo.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
No. Listen. There's one unique photo of Councilor Tiawon Gonglo sack lady. I don't know whether you've seen that.
The one you're on the broom or the car, right?
Yeah. No, not on the broom or the car. They got a photo. There's this photo, man, of
that training thing that happening where
broom on the broom.
Where the people flying on the broom?
Yeah.
Did you see that photo of Councilor Tiawon Gonglo on the broom?
That's not anything, man.
Only West Crawling a flower broom.
People bow.
No. Let me seek the permission of Toure. Let me seek your permission. Should I display that photo, sir? Honorable Toure, Councilor Gonglo's representative. Am I permitted to display that photo for our audience?
I mean, you're not gonna you doing it at your own risk.
People say they want to see the picture we're talking about.
Now see.
Yeah.
So I would have told you, please, if you do it at your own risk. So the world would look at you and say, oh, that's
don't say, Jana, Toure, on there, Toure told me to display the I mean, you give me shit that kind of picture from, you give me shit that kind of picture.
No, but it's
honorable man like that, bro.
No, listen, it's all about branding and marketing. You know, this is the time for market. You gotta market the candidate in the best possible way.
Tiawon say he's going to bring investors, and investors going to be investing in the broom industry. So
I'm not sure as to whether Liberia
is shaking your head.
Again, Toure says he remains so sure that Councilor Tiawon Gonglo is going to get 75% of the vote. I don't know how that's going to happen, but that's something that our brother is so certain about. And yeah, so but I want to say welcome again to everyone. I see Desmond is here. Jackson, I see you are backstage, but we have a rule on the show. If you're coming on, or if you want to come on, there's nothing such as a sleeveless, accepted on the show. So you gotta cover up. Yeah, my man, don't come. We got thousands of people who follow this show. Yeah, don't come in a gym form there. You know, yeah. But I mean,
no, tomorrow Saturday, so you think that tomorrow?
Yeah.
we stay Friday.
Yeah, sure. But here in Liberia it's Saturday now. At the time we'll be having the Saturday show is gonna be on Sunday here. Sunday morning.
I know.
But let me say welcome to you, sir. Desmond. Mr. Sharp, it's great to have you on the show.
Yeah, thank you guys very much. Can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we are.
Yeah, Nelson, I just want you guys to just give me a few seconds, please. That 1 or 2 minutes of your time. The last time, I think a few days ago, I came on your show and I saw some disruption of the show. And I'm not going to tell you how to run your show. And I guess we all are mature and we know what it takes to be responsible. We might agree to disagree. And that's why I sit and just listen to you guys so everybody can have his or her opinions and what their feelings are. But the show was really terrible, and I had to leave for 2 days because I felt very disgruntled at the fact that
Okay,
when we
so
don't, when we don't intend to respect one another, you know, people are watching us, and you never know how one of us will one day want to run for political office and what have you. And these are the things people will look at you from and see that this kind of a behavior is the same behavior we're having with the government right now. We have to respect one another opinions, despite of what, and start using words, all of contents, and talking back and forth here. And I know every one of you guys are men down there, and we can't sit here and be disrespected. Let's everybody
yeah,
have their view and their opinion. And then if you as a coach want to hear some kind of a suggestion or what we think, then you can make that conclusive
yeah,
to your program. So I'm
I,
sorry that I had to say this to you guys because
yeah.
I felt
So
very disgruntled that day,
I,
and
I
I didn't
understand
like it at all.
exactly. I understand exactly where you're coming from, and so that issue has been handled behind the scene. And
Okay.
let me say again that uh things went a little bit out of hand because I had some connection issues. I went off the show and I could not, you know, have access to anything, So yeah, so what happened. We've apologized to our audience for that, and we're now moving on. But I appreciate the fact that you can make it up here again. It's about our country. It's about coming up here to discuss the issues, not going personal and all of that. But again, as we all come up here, it's important that we have some sort of thick skin as well. There are times we disagree. It should just be done respectfully in a very cordial,
Respectfully, that's correct.
and stuff like that. But I want to say thank you. I sincerely respect your issue raised, and yes, it can only get better. Thanks a whole lot. I appreciate it. So let me bring Jackson on. Jackson, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Jackson, this is your first time coming on the show, right? I
Yeah,
stand to be correct.
that's correct.
Okay.
That's
Do
correct.
you support any
I
political
support
party? Are you representing?
I support the Unity Party, and I support the candidacy of Joseph Human Walkite and Senator Jeremiah Cohn.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
What do
So
you
we're
make,
gonna
Candy?
move.
What do you, Candy?
Ture is counting the number of Unity Party, partisans here, and I see him counting Sylvester, the newest. He's counting all the people here. But again, it's great to be here, and we uh we were here last evening. First of all, let me encourage you guys to please share the show if you haven't done so. Kindly share the show, um, in your WhatsApp groups, in your on your Facebook, and all of that. So we have a great show here tonight. Um, so we were here yesterday talking about something very important. The election, the election,
Morris Peter said you
and
need to buy. 1 second. Morris,
yeah, yeah.
to the back.
Yeah, sure. Let's do all of that just through the charts and all of that. Yeah.
All right.
So we were here yesterday talking about election. As most of you are aware, election is a very crucial matter in our country, and we have said over and over that once it has to do with election, there's nothing such as a small election. Election is always very important because it has to do with a decision-making process that will determine what happens to a particular group of people, for a certain length of time, and it to a larger extent affects the life of so many people. So that's why a lot of attention is on the National Elections Commission at this point. So a lot of you have been following the developments from the NEC boss appearance at NEC, at the legislature on the 29th of August, when she showed the legislature that, especially the senators, that the National Elections Commission was prepared and that they were working out everything. In fact, they had printed the voter roll. We discussed that. When it came to the aspect where she was asked about the when the NEC will be available to or able to give a soft copy of the voter roll to the different political parties, well, she said that in line with the law is going to be done in September. Well, September 10 came and passed.
September 18.
The 18 was requested. They pleaded. The 18 came and passed. So Senator Darius Dillon raised some serious concerns about the delay with respect to the voter roll, the FFR being available for different political parties to peruse and raise some possible issues. Well, and then there was this press conference we played repeatedly last evening, where she said the NEC is not going to be pressured. Nobody's going to intimidate NEC to get them doing what they want for them to do in their time. NEC will operate in their own time. And today, Senator Dillon, as promised, staged a march or a gathering at the National Elections Commission. Senator Dillon went there with some individuals, and they requested audience with the NEC chairperson, Madam Deviator Brown Lasana. And the information is that when Senator Dillon and the folks who went in got there, the NEC chairperson did not give them audience, but rather referred Senator Dillon and those folks to her commissioners to speak with them. Now, I'm going to play this video shortly. This is when Senator Dillon returned from the meeting there at the National Elections Commission. And this is what Senator Dillon had to say following that meeting there at the National Elections Commission today. I want us to listen to this, and then we'll come back on it.
Yeah, you us. So we had a discussion with the Election Commission. There are several things that we realized, and we need to increase the tempo and the pressure on the Election Commission.
Yes, we will do it.
To ensure that the final voter roll will be published and submitted to political parties and stakeholders. The discussions in there have also informed us that instead of Tuesday, as they were insinuating or suggesting, they are asking for indefinite time up to between now and next Friday.
Imagine that.
Election is 3 weeks from now, and the Election Commission said within 1 week, there is no guarantee that the final voter roll will be submitted to political parties and stakeholders. If this is not very concerning, then I don't know what is even more concerning. It's troubling.
Senator Dillon, you talk about the unprofessionalism of the National Elections Commission. Now, what I want to ask, what was the mood of the National Elections Commission? They've already fallen short of the time. Were they remorseful?
What's going on here? It's very unprofessional. Something is haunting this lady, and the country won't suffer it. Miata Formula was there. One of the commissioners was there. NEC officers were there. I think 1 or 2 media persons were there. When that woman came on, really unprofessionally walk out of us and refer us to our commissioners and say she was going someplace. And knowing that we came on a very crucial issue, but we suspect her unruly attitude for now and gave the briefing to the public as it should be. We want to say to our people that the Election Commission doesn't seem to be ready. Even the remaining of the funding, the $3.2 million, is not being received yet by the Election Commission. And the $3.2 million that is supposed to be received by the Election.
So there you have it. Senator Abraham Darius Dillon when he returned from the meeting there at the National Elections Commission. Well, someone said the other day that when you have senators and representatives going out there to register issues or to raise concerns about certain issues, they represent the thousands of people who elected them, because all those people cannot go at the legislature. They elect just one person to represent them. And so when that person speaks, it's the thousands of people who are speaking through that person. So you listen to Senator DeLone from the moment when he entered the National Elections Commission premises, the mood, and also what the what he got from the commissioners that he was able to speak with. Since in fact, the chairperson didn't have the time to speak with them. He says, from all indication, it is proven that the National Elections Commission is not even in the position to present or to make available this final voter roll. Even in the next 1 week, it's not possible. Even funding wise. So I want you guys to share your thoughts on this, beginning with you, Moba. As let's do 1 minute 30 seconds on this.
Yeah, thank you, Nelson. Thank you. Well, they don't say it all when he went over there, but I believe that something is it's not just right. Imagine, right, if they put all the votings, the shit out. And you, Nelson, your Nina appear to vote. What will you do? So the whole voting aspect, like come to the identical voting or list or shit that they sort of give it to all political parties. My man, that be real. Look, the election commission, Derek Lasana Brown, she playing with the Liberian people. She playing with the Liberian people. She have violated the constitution already. And now she are telling us that she even know if it will, even before she said on Tuesday. Now she coming back telling the Liberian people she even know it will be on Friday. I mean, it will be on Friday or next week or week after next. It will get less than 2. It will get less than 3 weeks for election. So I believe that there is something somewhere, there is something going on for the people to rig this election. Because if you get nothing on your sleeve, why you can't come out? Why you can't come out on a daily basis, updating the Liberian people, giving them statistics on those issues? Then the Liberian people know what's going on, what's unfolding when it comes to the election matter. But she's not. She wouldn't go and throw jobs. At the end of the day, I'm not being intimidated by anybody. Read my lips. Look, we need professional people in our country. The people have violated the laws in our country, and they keep violating. So there's nothing that Liberian people can do. All we can tell them is let them be peaceful, let them relax, and see from now to Friday. And I'm gonna commend Abraham Darragh on the senator. He the only person standing up. All the political parties, like my brother Sandy party, they're not going there because they're downing and wanting with CDC.
Is your Unity Party going there, sir?
Yes, Unity Party. I know Unity Party is there today. I saw some of them. But one of ANC were not there. Even my brother Gonglo man were not there, and he appealed to them because look, you can't deny the people right. You can't deny the Constitution. That the Constitution make the government. Without the Constitution, there is no government. So why you can't abide by the Constitution?
But listen, Moba, was the reception or the approach from the next boss is surprising? Was it any surprising? Did it in any way surprise anyone today? Especially considering the initial videos, considering this. Okay, so I'm gonna get it. Considering her initial statement about this particular thing, when she said "read my lips," no one is going to intimidate.
It's not surprising. Look, the team was already playing. Look, I talked with somebody today. The person told me boldly. They said, "Look, brother, that will go up. We can go up. We come down." The election commission working along with the government. They are going. You know what the people delaying? Let me tell you what the people delaying. Maybe you don't know today. Let's say they come here, they say, Arizona coming out that we election free, and they want to discuss the matter. They say, oh, this. What the people is doing, let me tell you, they're taking voting card. They're doing it, and they're trying to put it in the system and take other people who they know personally, who beyond certain party is taken from on our voting list.
But how is that even possible, Mobile?
It's possible
when even the people they know personally, those people are already they already registered. They also register and they're gonna be voting.
Yeah,
how do they replace them with
they buy no cards. They buy no cards. The people get over 1 million cards with them. They're buying it. The people buy no cards. They buy no series. Only that series number they want. They plug it in. You know what I'm saying? So what the is doing, right? It's a red flag, and because of that, they're delaying. There's a delay. How long to do that work? Since how many days? But because of that, they're delaying. You think we know all the tactics. That's why we are telling our Liberian people, y'all be safer and y'all be peaceful. Let we get it from now to Friday. And we need it. Because what she's saying, that concludes this, right? She's telling the Liberian people that she will not give any other list to any political party. And against the people gotta see it. In case I go and see my name, you see your name. How will you vote? What will you vote? No, against the Constitution, man. Let's be real. Let's say the fact.
Thank you.
I'm not disappointed in the Kumi people. They will not say something about it, but end of the day, they will don't CDC. It's wrong.
Okay, thank you, Sylvester. Let's hear from you. 1 minute 30 seconds, Sylvester. Go ahead. Let's hear your take on this.
For me, I don't have much to talk on that issue. We talked a lot about it yesterday. For me, I don't like too much talking. At some point in time, enough is enough. If all the other political parties can feel that they will sit and win election, fine. Let them go. Make all the big move. We're winning 75%. This is a crucial issue that I expected every political party to be a part today. And until they can get a genuine or redress, they should not leave. But it's just about certain people and sit there and there. Some people will win election in Jamaica. Some people will win election in Washington, D.C. and whatever you. Just sit down there. Me, I'm talking again. I'm done with that election thing.
Thank you.
Important now.
Thank you.
I'm done.
Sandy, the CPP man, go ahead. Sandy Cummins, go ahead.
Sandy Cummins. Look, when Senator DeLong flagged this issue, I came here and thanked him for his effort. And I'm here tonight again to thank him for his continuing effort on this issue, on this particular topic. It is important that we hold the National Election Commission to book and ensure that they do not do anything that will destroy this election. We want a free, fair, and transparent election. I also do agree that this is not a one-party issue. It should concern all of the political parties, especially the opposition community. My friend Modbad, if you said that the CPP showed no concern, I think you're wrong. The CPP have shown concern. Not everyone will gather over there today. Senator DeLong flagged it, and he speaks for Liberia. Senator DeLong didn't speak for the Unity Party. He came up and said, this concern Liberians. He spoke for Liberia. People that were able to join him, joined him. Some of us that gave him our support from distance, we did, and we are still doing it. I agree that Senator DeLong should continue the fight. We should hold those people accountable. The Liberian people should be at that election commission every day. The excuse given by the election commissioner is poll. You can't give us time indefinite when the election is less than about 3 weeks away. We need a final registration list so we can know how many people in my village of Dweji Town. I said it, I think it was yesterday. We have the issue of Burkinabes in Grand Jide, my district, where the Burkinabes has taken over the entire Bazon district and almost all of Grand Jide. Those people are going to be voting. And that's why some of this process have been delayed. If you guys follow the this thing, the census, you see the huge growth from Grand Jide. Most of those are the Burkinabes. What I believe is going to happen is those people are going to be voting in our election. So we need a final listing now. So I know that a Burkinabes is not on that list. I want to be looking at the list on their website.
No,
Look at Boogie Town.
Cindy, what did this particular statement from the senator when he said Liberians need to increase the volume.
Yeah.
They need to press on. After having a meeting with folks from the National Elections Commission at a time when a lot of people thought that maybe the senator will come back with good news and tell them, oh, that there is this good news from the National Elections Commission, but coming back to tell the people that, look, Liberians need to turn up, we need to press on, because what we're getting from the National Elections Commission does not seem good. Did that in any way send out a disappointing message?
The response from that meeting is a wasting saying on somebody Gary. They put it in our simple Liberian English. There was nothing given, no answer. They gave them indefinite time. They didn't tell them we'll put up the list tomorrow. This is urgent. The 30-day mark, according to the election regulation, section 16.7 says that the election commission should not alter the final registration list within 30 days of election. They have not released the list. We have less than 3 weeks to the election. So how do we know that the list is not being altered? This is an urgent matter. And the people went there today. You couldn't tell them we put it up tomorrow, we put it on day after tomorrow. You're giving them an indefinite time. They kept saying our Gary. So we should show up every day.
Thank you. Let me say welcome, Maurice Peters. The other time I saw you with the name Alexander Peters, now I'm seeing Maurice Peters. Is Maurice your middle name, or is Alexander your middle name? Or do you have 5 accounts and you're looking for one of them today?
Maurice, my middle name.
I mean, in America, we can say, don't ask for full name. Some people come with DV name, they come with immigration name. Don't ask for behavior. Say, yeah.
let me say welcome to our sister Evelyn Dolo. Thanks for joining us, Evelyn.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Okay, so we're gonna come to you guys, but let's move to Vakabina Maju Toure, the man who represents Councillor Tiawon Gonglo on this panel. Toure, you listen to Senator Delon.
Thank you so very much, brother. Shall I go?
Yeah, go.
Why?
What happened to your internet?
What happened?
No, well, I'm waiting for you. All right. So look, thank you so very much, Nelson. Thank you so very much. But look, though, guys, this is alarming. This is absolutely alarming. And we have to look at this void of partisanship. Every patriotic Liberian should be in trouble. What is happening? Right? Sedition should be troubled by what is happening. But what we are seeing on the other side, they are telling us that we are crying. That's what they are saying. So if look, there's a story in the Quran and in the Bible, right? King Solomon.
Okay, so let me just interrupt you a bit. To our sister Evelyn, I know today is the first time on the show, but we have a rule here, a no face cap rule. And yeah, thank you for respecting our rule on the show. We want the people coming on to see all of you and recognize you. So yeah, but go ahead, Toure.
So Nelson, like I was saying, right? There's this story in the Quran and in the Bible as well. King Solomon, where two women were claiming this one child, right? And they took the baby to the king, right? They almost said, "Oh, that's my child." They almost said, "That's my child." And the king said, "Okay, I bring the baby. Let me call the baby in two. You can take her. They almost take her." They almost say, "Oh, no. If that's the case, I give it to the Oromo." Then the king wisdom kicks in. It's okay, the child for you. So opposition, United Party, because even my own political leader, my political party have not made an official statement on the issues, which is troubling, right? That's troubling. Everybody should be out there talking about this. And I will say this, and I'm going to say this. Election, to quote Rudy. Rudy said elections are not rigged on election day. Elections are rigged long before election. So my Liberian people, I just want a body language expert to come and look at that woman speaking to the Liberian people. Her sheer arrogance and rudeness was on display. You sit on taxpayer money, taxpayer paying you to do a piece of job. If anything that is hindering your performance or your ability to deliver to the Liberian people, why can't you come up and flag those things out? You have to take a senator to come out before you can move. Like my man Sandy alluded it last time, that is like a turtle. You have to put fire on turtle back before turtle take a step. Is that what we're talking about? We see election being rigged in Africa. An older man today on Spoon spoke on these things. He said, guys, some of you are younger. The thing that precipitated to our civil war, we have to look at the antecedent of what happened to the Liberian Civil War. Election was rigged in 1988.
Can you all just mute? I'm getting
what we were able to experience a civil war that took the lives of 250,000 Liberians. God forbid we're not traveling that path. We will not do that. But we'll be in the street. Shoot, in case the election is rigged. Because what we've seen from this election commissioner is like something is emboldening this woman to speak to the Liberian people, to speak to a sitting senator, like the way she's speaking.
Thank you.
How dare, look, man. Something will have to be telling this lady, go ahead, do what you're doing. We got your back. Something is telling her to do what she's doing. And I've said this and I'll continue to say this. Liberians, we're not going to sit down to wait for the international community, to wait for ECOWAS, to wait for the European Union to come and solve our problem. Because in case the election is rigged, America not going to come and tell President George Weah we are out of power.
Thank you.
ECOWAS will not do it. The European Union will not do it. We not see it. The Sierra Leone complain that Mada Bill rigged election in Sierra Leone. The U.S. government suspended certain government officials, but Mada Bill still president.
Thank you. Let's hold you there.
They watched us fight a civil war for more than 15 years. They watched us. They saw us killing ourselves, so they won't come.
So
sorry, I apologize.
You've interrupted for the first time. So you've taken away from your good records when you had on this show.
I will say no more.
Okay, so go ahead, Prince. Let's hear you. 1 minute 30 seconds. I'm setting the timer now because I want us to do this in time and move to our next discussion.
Well, I just want to say good afternoon to the panelists, and then good morning to Liberians in Liberia, and good afternoon, morning to the rest of the world. The thing there is that we got 17 days to election. That's number one. You know, and Senator Balu said it the other day, and he spoke on it today, that Liberians are notified to just make noise like Coca-Cola. When you shiver it, moves up, and then slide down, and it comes into limbo. Believe you me, every one of us sitting on this platform tonight, I want to have said it today. That was they don't woke up this morning, went over there. I only saw one guy, one fellow with a broom. One fellow with a broom. You have, I don't know, 40-some political party. Nobody has spoken on the beside Unity Party. Journalists asked a question to Senator Dillon today that why other political party there complaining? And when are you complaining? Brother Cindy here saying that Roy is speaking on behalf of all the Liberians. Are you killing me for real, brother? So where your political party? Where's your political leader, brother?
Okay.
On that side? No. I'm just going just 30 minutes or 30 seconds.
No.
All right.
Okay,
right.
yeah, just let it talk. Conclude.
Let me get conclude.
Mm-hmm.
The thing there is that what happened, the 14 years of civil war that we fought in Liberia, David Etta Brown is trying to bring that scenario back to the Liberians until the Liberians themselves decide that crowd that pulled up this morning with Dylan. Frustrating.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm not ready yet.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. We're gonna move to you, Desmond. But just before we do that, let me bring this again.
Yeah, you during us.
So we had a discussion with the Election Commission. There are several things that we realized, and we need to increase the tempo and the pressure on the Election Commission.
Yes, we will do it.
To ensure that the final voter roll will be published and submitted to political parties and stakeholders. The discussions in there have also informed us that instead of Tuesday, as they were insinuating or suggesting, they are asking for indefinite time up to between now and next Friday.
Imagine that.
Election is 3 weeks from now, and the Election Commission said within 1 week, there is no guarantee that the final voter roll will be submitted to political parties and stakeholders. If this is not very concerning, then I don't know what is even more concerning. It's troubling.
Senator Dillon, you talk about the unprofessionalism of the National Election Commission. Now, what I want to ask, what was the mood of the National Election Commission? They've already fallen short of the time. Were they remorseful?
David Edgar Brown is very unprofessional. Something is haunting this lady, and the country won't suffer it. Miata Formula was there. One of the commissioners was there. NEC officers were there. I think 1 or 2 media persons were there. When that woman came on, really unprofessionally walk out of us and refer us to our commissioners and say she was going someplace. And knowing that we came on a very crucial issue, but we suspend her unruly attitude for now and gave the briefing to the public as it should be. We want to say to our people that the Election Commission doesn't seem to be ready. Even the remaining of the funding, the $3.2 million, is not being received yet by the Election Commission. And the $3.2 million that is supposed to be received by the Election.
So let's hear from you, Desmond. And after you, we'll go to Jackson. And then we take our sister, Evelyn.
I strongly believe that the senator made a very serious point. And when he said that the Liberian must stand up, I think that's the position. This is not the time to sit down and relax, because there are people who think they control Liberia and they're going to destroy it. They have done enough. Enough is enough. And we're not going to sit on our buttocks and think it's going to get solved. Liberia has to stand up. The people have to stand up. The people are the one who elects these people. We have more momentum than that of those people who we are electing. They cannot be the one dictating to us. I expect those party leaders who are trying to run should be part of those issues. It's very vital and very important for the Liberian people and also for our future. And let us not underestimate. That's why when I came in the show before, I talked about census. Were there any census given? And someone said, oh yes, census are very important. We see in America here. Liberia is an open door. People walk from other countries, come to our country. Don't get me wrong. We accept them. They get involved in our policies. Anyone can get there, even Liberian. Liberian are the most neglect ones in our own country. Voiceless. And other people take all of our important issues to discuss it when we sit there and our voice are barely heard. Our economic, they get involved into those things. We need to be very genuine. We need to straighten those things. You don't just go to Guinea because you want to go there. You can't just go Sierra Leone because you want to go there. You can't also just want to go to Africa and just don't want to go there. enough is enough. We got to stand up abroad and Liberia. This is a serious issue. When that issue is not resolved for that election commission, who is she? Like one of my friends said, we put her there. We also have the right to subside her if we feel disrupted within the election, if we feel dissatisfied within the election. So I think that issue is very important, and we have to take it very seriously to that effect. Thank you very much, God. I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. Let's move to you, Jackson. Go ahead.
Thank you, Nelson. The electioneering process is legal, is constitutional. And once that it has been established by the Constitution, anything contrary makes the election invalid. What am I trying to say? If you're supposed to print out voter registration rule or voter rule by the 15th and you delay that voter rule, it makes the process to be invalid. Because it was established by constitutional process. So you see, people tend to forget the election commission is there today. There were people that were in office. They were election commissioner in 2017. They are no more there. So trying to ignore the senator and all the other people that came around to intervene and see what's happening with the voter roll update or the voter roll published is very, very disrespectful. And people, I think the election commission is kind of forgetting to know that she will soon be out, she herself. So that's why we need a government.
Jackson, do you see this as something that's happening because she knows that her 5-year tenure is going to be expiring very soon?
I don't think so. I think she also got some other issues that she's faced with. You see, electioneering process is almost like project, you managing a project. So any delay in activity A will reflect in activity B. But the thing is, by you not expressing what's going on, by you not telling the people what's happening, it just shows that you are doing something that is not appropriate, that is against the system. So if you have a delay, maybe some funding is supposed to come in and it had delayed, just stand by and tell people, oh, we had this delayed, and show the proof. People have to be serious in Liberia. We are way behind everything. You see what I'm saying? People like me, I grew up in the war. You know, if I was not going to fight as strong as possible, I wouldn't be where I am. I would have been one of the Zogos. So we don't want to see Liberia continue to degenerate instead of moving forward. Across the globe, on the international scene, Liberians, a lot of Liberians in America don't even want to be identified as Liberian because the way our people back home manage the country. We can't continue to have this kind of situation. We have to develop, we have to improve our systems. The right people have to be appointed to the right position, and they have to do what they appoint them to do. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's move to you, Evelyn. Let's hear you.
Good evening, everybody in out of America, Liberia, and all over the world. I want to say thank you to Spoon TV for beginning tonight. I want to share three things here tonight to our young people, Liberians, across the group, that you have your family back home. I just want you to see, like, if you were born towards the end of the 70s, like say 79, coming to 1989, war broke out, everybody went helter-skelter. What have been our life?
We have nothing.
It's questionable because we see a lot of our friends, they are turned into Zogo today. It was not because they desire that.
Right.
It was what brought upon them. They did not desire that. So you and I being here at this stage, it means that we have a destiny to fulfill. We have our part to play as young people of Liberia. The main reason why we see a lot of information coming out of these places is because of the internet, and we will make use of the internet. The connection, we have connected ourselves across the world, and that is what giving this government a hard time. It's giving them hard time because the one mistake they will make, we already know what is going on, and our eyes are open. Our eyes are not open to bring gun. Our eyes are not open to bring war, because we know that 1989, in the 80s, there were people in America where I said reaching war to go to Liberia because they were dissatisfied with how the government was running. Election was here. Since the Viator knows that the conflict that I have gone through Liberia, it was because of election. She knows. Our youthful life was destroyed. We went in as a young girl like me. My story is to be told every day. It's an example. It's not everyone who have that experience or that momentum or potential to keep pushing. No, you cannot keep pushing. You are destroyed. You manage to mend your pieces and get back on your course. In your face, they cannot steal the election. They cannot destroy this country. So she needs to have that at the back of her mind and say, you know what, I got to do the right thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to be talking on more tonight.
Yeah, thanks a lot. So let's bring our brother in. I saw Rudolph was here. How did he leave? Okay, so studio is full. Since Jackson's camera is off, let me bring Rudolph on. But Sharif, go ahead while we try to bring Rudolph. Okay, Rudolph is there. So, but Sharif, go ahead after you.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
You're loud and clear.
Good, wonderful. So I will just start off from where you guys discussing now, because
Yeah,
I
just,
came
just,
late.
just introduce yourself. Since this is the
Well,
first time on the show to our audience.
exactly right. So,
Okay,
well, my
if
name
you
is
support any
Abu.
political party, you could state that as well.
Yeah, sure.
man.
I need to do some.
Yeah. So again, I'm Abu M. Sharif. I want to say, my brother, what the man name? My brother, I just forgot his name, man. Jabba Africa Cabinet. But anyway, thank you for bringing me on the show. My name is Abu M. Sharif, but I'm commonly known on Facebook, Credible Sharif. To the riot that took place today, not a riot, but the rally,
A gathering.
or the protest. I think I know Senator Dillon more than majority of you here. Well, Nelson, I wouldn't say so because you are a journalist, so apparently you talk to him almost all the time. I was one of the best, good Dillon friend. I just want to say I'm coming from a different angle with this. I want us to stop, especially us that in the diaspora. I want us to stop this song that election will be rigged. I think we are very mature enough, we are smart enough to believe the process within Liberia. However, we can have our disagreements, we can have our plots, we can come up with it very civilly and to maintain the peace. Because equally, the same way we blame those people back home, we should blame ourselves equally to maintaining the peace. We all have our families back home. So Senator Dillon going today to have a protest in front of the NEC, well, it wasn't a bad thing. Every Liberian citizen, the Constitution blesses everyone the right to protest. So I would take it this way. Senator Dillon is a senator. That is why Liberians elected him to be a senator. He can summon this woman. When the Senator Dillon realized that the original voter registration, whatever he had whatever he had problem with, were in place. That Senator Dillon realized that. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. You're live.
Right.
We hearing you.
So when Senator Dillon realized this, it is so wrong. Let's just call a spear a spear. I feel like what Senator Dillon did today was just a bluffing game. You understand? I supported this man. I was literally in the car with him. We campaigned together. We did things together. We ate together. He might be watching the show. He knows me. So we elected him for a purpose. Why getting on the street and protesting when he got the power to call this woman in, to talk to this woman, to ask her? We all have problems. I'm not praying for any rigging because it has a propensity to undermine our fragile peace. But equally so, we should also condemn
let me
any
just
act of
come in.
violence or anything that will bring in violence, because something will have happened today.
And I think it's a good message talking about the need to kick against anything that will spark violence in this election. But just a quick point I want to make. This is not the first time for Senator DeLone or for the Senate to raise this issue. On the 29th of August, this is what happened.
Correct?
This is what happened.
You are correct. Thank you. My second concern. You issued, or I heard, so let me be on the safe side, and please correct me if I'm incorrect. You issued some statement talking about the commission that all voting day, all the various regulations and restrictions that are supposed to take place in terms of orderliness, you did not include no camera or no electronic gadgets. Is it true?
I will answer by saying, to be specific to your question, to answer specifically to that question, I will have to do a research. But also too, we have commissioners here who probably may have the information. But what I can say is that on a normal basis with respect to elections day, no one is allowed to carry camera and take photos of what you are doing.
Correct. So that is decided. Thank you. I got two more concerns. The final voter roll. Have you published it? And B to that, have you provided the final cleanup voter roll to the political parties in keeping with law? Question.
The final registration roll, which is known as the FRR, was published. Secondly, we have a timetable of when we issue the FRR to political parties. This will be done in September. We say that this is a normal process.
Oh yeah. So
can I
say something to that real quick?
Sherry. No, I'm coming.
Thank you.
I'm coming now. So
Nelson will ask me a question. So, Brother Nelson, you know, I just went through.
I just thought to play that video. I just thought to play that video to sort of provide the information for you. So what you just watched happened on the 29th of August.
Right.
Okay. Go ahead.
So so this is what I got from there, and it working in line with what I'm saying. Okay. So Senator Dillon actually asked.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Senator Dillon actually asking this woman when will the final voter roll comes out. And this lady is telling, and listen, first of all, I want you guys to understand this. I'm from the opposition bloc. Of course, I want this particular voter registration to be given to us because we want to know. But this woman is clearly telling Senator Dillon that, listen, in September, with no date, right? In September, October, I think September, that I will be coming out with this or the NEC will come out with this. So my thing is, some people are saying, hey, the Senate is closed. Well, he is a senator. He can protest. He got his right. But if he can fail to not do the job listen, first of all, if I was Senator Dillon, I would ask this woman, when will you now in September give this particular voter registration, the final, well, not the registration, but the whatever it is. When will you bring it out?
Okay,
he didn't
thank
ask
you.
this
woman. Let me get this.
No, guys, hold on. Okay, so thank you, Sherry. Thank you. I see Prince. You want to make a point?
Yeah,
Let me
your
welcome
information.
our sister Amy to the show. Amy, welcome. And but let me say this. If you watch that video keenly, one thing you captured is that the NEC boss told the Senate on the 29th of August that this final voter roll has been published.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
She told them it has been published. But in reality, has it been published? No.
No.
The last time we visited the NEC office, and I'm not saying they say, a lot of you watched the video when we went in at the NEC office when they were just printing. As I speak, if you even went there now, they are still printing.
On Tuesday. That was on Tuesday.
You know, so I mean that's just where we are. And I played that video specifically to point out that the senators, you know, and other stakeholders have been concerned. But now that the legislature is on break, it makes it difficult to even summon the NEC boss at this particular time.
No, so listen, all I want to ask, could you get there, brother Chevy?
Let's see, you gotta.
No, I'm gonna come to you. I'll recognize you, please.
I just want him to tell the Liberians that listening tonight or in the morning somewhere how Senator Dillon alone can call a joint or can call a section. They get to us how. That's all.
No.
Why they on? No. What? No. Look, why they
We're
on?
not going to argue here back and forth, but that would make progress.
That's not an argument.
The reality.
That's not an argument. He asking a question.
That's not a question. He made a statement. Not a question, my brother.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, please.
Thank you. Thank you. So I know you want to make a point, Evelyn. Go ahead.
Yeah. So one thing I want to tell my brother Sharif here is that we're not here to argue because it's late. We are running out of time. And I see that most of the time they will come out to disqualify Senator Dillon in everything that he does. And this man continues to prove himself to the Liberian people and say, you know what, you gave me a piece of job to do and I'm here to do it. It was not upon Dillon to go to that NEC office today to demand voter roll. No, it was not part of his responsibility. But guess what? He is a citizen that wants to see Liberia move forward. I want Sherry to understand from that perspective, right? Because they know he alone cannot do it. They sat by there today, he alone fighting these people to make sure that the right thing is done.
Thank you. Ture coming quickly, then we'll go to Rudolph to make his point, and then Amy, then we'll move to our next talking point quickly.
Yeah, very, very quick. This should be a national outrage, irrespective of your political party or your political persuasion. This has a propensity to undermine the election.
Of course.
Right? And look, why is it that only UP, or at least people affiliated with UP, taking this seriously? Well, that bears a question. I guess they probably, at least seemingly, they seem to have a lot to lose in this situation. That's why they are really, really taking this situation seriously. Because if anybody had any shot better than Unity Party, they would have taken this seriously. And this coming from LPP partisans, right? I'm outraged that my party have not come out with any official statement to at least show a support for this. This is an outrage. And this leaders anything.
Thank you.
Come on, man.
Thank you very much. Now let's take Rudolph. Rudolph, you have your 1 minute 30 seconds.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not recognizing that new Unity Party making, so we're making progress. A lot of Unity Party people have already spoken.
You're being biased, man.
Let me progress, man.
Nelson,
Rudolph, you have 1 minute 30 seconds, Rudolph. I'm setting my timer.
It's very important that when we come here, we should come here with some level of preparedness and be ready to discuss the issue. Because what just happened with you playing that video, I mean, I feel like it's a waste of time. People should come on here prepared. That's it. And Nelson, I have said on this show times without numbers that the ANC, I think Lino and other parties, they are the reincarnates of Madame Salib. And every time I say it, You beat on me here always. But this is showing clearly. Where is the ANC? Where is Dr. Moniba? Where is Sarah Yanti Beslo? When the UP is championing a cause for the opposition black, where are they? And you know, I will complete with this. If Madam if Mrs. Lassana doesn't have respect for Delon, she should have fear for the Liberian people, because this is about us. This woman gross arrogance for me is baffling. Why will you walk out of a sitting senator and tell him that you have something else to do when he has come to you with people to discuss an issue of national concern? That was a gross disrespect. And the time is now Liberian people. This is a clear indication that Cummings is not in this for you. Dr. Monima is not in this for you. It's JMB who is in this for you. Come out and rally around us. Let's do this together. Thank you, Nelson.
Thank you. Cindy, were you having devotion? Were you?
Yeah, I was having devotion, praying, so you can give me 30 seconds. I was fasting and praying for 30 seconds, please.
But we can take the two CPP people at the same time now. That one person speak.
We haven't said anything about being CPP. Let me say this, please, back here.
But you see number 4 in front of me. You said
yeah. No, I was okay. I see the number 4, my brother. But let me say this quickly. When I come here, I try to talk the issues. I try to focus on the issue and stop the political attack on the opposition. Rudolph, it's a lie. And I'm going to be the first to tell you that you lie, and I'm sorry by using the word lie.
You're right.
None of us spoke yesterday. Allow me to talk, brother. My brother, hold on now. Hold on. You are not following all of the political leaders' activities. You are not following all of the activities. Moniba spoke on this issue yesterday. In fact, today, the 22nd. Yeah, stop the speech on it. It's on front page. Stop the speech on it. There are videos out there. Moniba spoke on the issues.
Man, we're tired with press releases, man. We're tired with press releases.
People and their arrogance.
Can you stop interrupting the man, gentlemen?
Thank you,
Stop interrupting the man.
When you are talking, I'm mute and listening. Listening is part of communication, my people.
Exactly.
You are not following all the political leader activities. Not because you saw Delon at the election commission, then that means the other political leader do not show less concern.
That's what you did. Thank you.
Don't say that.
Thanks a lot.
No, but Nelson, the man not even land.
Okay, it's my turn.
No. The man.
No, the man will interrupt Nelson. It's not fair.
You're interrupting right now.
I mean, go ahead. I mean,
if you get 10 seconds, Ruda, I want 10 seconds, so we can't go back and forth.
I mean, go ahead.
All right, nobody getting 10 seconds. You're listening. So, Cindy, it's kind of hard, that because of you, we try to hold back. But when your brothers from the other side, from the camp, you confront it when they come in and just start attacking. It's just so hard, and you get in the middle of it, and you don't deserve it. But they gotta get the right information. I don't think Rudolph was trying to assume anything on you, but this dude, I just came up. Brother Sherry, you just come out and talking about the man go there for bluffing. What the senator they don't have to gain from going to election? This should be everybody concerned. It shouldn't be anything that or did on our own CPP side. So all that policy stuff should go one way, one side right now. If you're really serious about winning election, because whatever Dylan is doing, he's not just doing it for UP. He's doing it for every political party. If the election is right now for CDC, I know some of you don't care as long as Bwaka doesn't have it. It's okay with some of you. That's your thinking. But no, we care. Even if Bwaka doesn't have it, it shouldn't be CDC. Some of y'all they hit. I don't know what is it. It shouldn't be Bwaka. If Comey doesn't win, it shouldn't be Bwaka. This man is standing up. We expected to see more opposition there, not just calling press conference and talking about it to show the seriousness in it. This lady already said she knew she was going to disrespect him today because she already said that yesterday. And people that are thinking about bringing people here, you can't threaten election commission and all of that stuff. She was saying arrogant when she was talking, and then he showed up with people that he talking about you are doing it for bluff. What does he get from out of it from bluffing about it? Yes, maybe that's what somebody said. Really said, if you knew you were in the lead or you were in the room with Josh Weir, you won't be sitting there and taking it to be bluff. You would do
now,
something about it.
I mean, you follow the event today. I'm gonna bring the other folks on, but you follow the event today. What does that say? I mean, considering that Senator DeLone, the next chairperson did not give Senator DeLone that audience.
That was very disrespectful. This is what I said yesterday, and I said Mr. Johnson said it too. That the Senate, that this lady does not respect the House because they don't majority Senator DeLone cannot take action. My brother, if you just in case you don't know that, it has to be a vote. One can go and call this and say, I don't even think that he can call them back in session when they're out of session. That has to be the president or some kind of majority, something that the Senate Pro Tem does do that. I don't think the Senator DeLone can do that. What he said, why he can't call it? And thank you, Nelson, for playing that video for him to see it. That this man was questioning this lady. The man was concerned about it just a few days ago when they were back in the Senate. He look at what he just said. She didn't even give them a straight date that this will be out. Okay? So this is what he was saying. And then people got people out here taking people numbers and then printing ID. What are you waiting for to get these in the system? And
thank you.
Be everybody concerned.
That's what you did. Thank you.
I'll be bluff. This is because this man on my own side, so that make that play politics with it. That's disgusting. We should stop that. Some of us, like I said, if it's not Bwaga, even if it's not Bwaga, we don't want we are there.
That's it.
Because we know what our country has turned into.
We are. That's it.
Thank you.
Can you be fair to me, please?
I've always been fair to you. I've always been fair
everybody
to everyone.
shut up me, right? Let me say something, at least, please.
Listen, we want to get it outline.
Don't interrupt the topic.
What is the outline? Where are we going from step to step? Yeah.
So listen. We got to move on.
Let me get 10 seconds, brother. 10 seconds is enough.
Okay, take 10 seconds.
Right. So quickly, many people on here, you don't even know me, and you don't know what I do and what I believe in. And apparently, you guys are the one who not.
It's not important. It's not important. It's not important.
No, let's not.
No. What you do, where you come from, as long as you're Liberian.
Let's not interrupt me, Jackson.
That's being rude.
Yeah. No. Listen. Let's be mindful of our choice of words. Let's discuss the issues. All right. So you requested 10 seconds. You've exhausted it, and you've not made your point. But let me give you another 10 seconds. Let me be fair to you. Go ahead and conclude what you intended saying within the 10 seconds.
Can I go ahead, Nelson?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, cool. Well, apparently, guys that were earlier.
They may not get the time. Let go.
No, don't say that to him. You know, the guy.
10 seconds finish.
I hope not UP minute or CDC minute entering the main internet.
Yeah, we gotta hack it, man.
As soon as George came on, the main internet got interrupted. I don't know why George came away, but George, welcome to the show.
Thursday,
the whole thing keep messing up. Is that my end?
Thank you, guys.
Go check your internet account back, please. Let's go to the next point.
Josh, go ahead. Let's hear you quickly.
We're not hearing him in.
Nelson. Thank you so much for having me. It's a privilege to be on here again. And
you wanted to say something, Prince?
Yeah, briefly, I just want to say something. Look, guys, you know.
Okay. Josh, kindly hold on a bit. Let's hear Prince. I think you want.
Okay, all right.
Well,
yeah, Prince,
the reason why I just call you to a point or call the entire panel to a point, something happened on last week, on the same week, Monday, and in the chat room, I don't know what I have been addressed, and now I know that you the moderator of the show, you can get anybody, everyone else here, the audience, to speak on the show because you run the show. But things that happened on Monday, if it was not addressed, and our brother come on the show to be part of the discussion, I find it very troubling. But we're talking
Okay,
over.
so
Yeah, thank you.
yeah, so first of all, Josh, it's great to have you on the show. I appreciate the fact that you've made a time to be here tonight. Um, and on Monday we had a situation. I encountered some connection issue and I went off, and so I was engaged that you used some very harsh words on some of our colleagues here, which did not go down well with them. They felt offended by your choice of words on the show, and that's something that they've raised some serious concerns about. And so I'd like you to address that before moving on to your point. They have demanded an apology from you for that.
Okay, thank you. Can you guys hear me?
Wow, your audio is terrible. Let's try it. Let's see.
The feedback so bad.
Is it plugged into any device for charging? Okay, but go ahead. Let's try. Let's see if we can work with that.
I don't know what that's happening. Okay, just give me a second. Let me see.
Let me go back and come back.
Okay, so you can log out and try logging in again. Yeah.
Okay.
So we intended moving to our next talking point. Wow, time has caught up with us. And maybe on this one, we're gonna
exactly. Just need to do that in the back. We need to discuss our serious issue here.
We're gonna do 1 minute each on this discussion. So many of you watched the video about the protest today at the LDEA. Liberians have been protesting. Liberians have been very concerned about the drug situation in the country. And what is right now of concern is that some of those who were protesting today, you saw Senator John Balut, for example, he was there at the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency. They are demanding the dismissal of the current head of the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency. And I want to play just a few minutes from the statement made by Senator Balut today, and then you guys can come in with this.
Yes, Senator. The people responsible to fight the drugs, that's DEA. Yes. We listen to the cry. Yes. They say the government cut the budget. Yes. We spoke on their behalf. Yes. We listen to the cry. Yes. They say government cut the pay. Yes. We spoke on their behalf. Yes. We listen to the cry. Yes. They say they didn't have trucks or pickup or motorbike or load or Jackson. Yes. We spoke on their behalf. Yes. But we also listen to the cry of the people that said the leadership of DEA is still involved in the telling of drugs. Yes. And that will speak on behalf of the people. Yes. As a result. Yes. And as a result. We are calling for the government to open an immediate investigation for the leadership of DEA and dismiss all of them. If they are found guilty, dismiss them. If I am here today, it's because I have seen evidence. If I'm here today, I've listened to testimonies. I've seen facts of the involvement of the DEA officials in drugs.
He has evidence of the involvement of officials of the DEA in drugs. And he's calling for investigation and dismissal of those officials of the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency. And so we're gonna okay, Josh, I think you're back. No, there seems to be an issue here, but let's make the round on this discussion. I think we'll start from our sister Evelyn, and then we take Jackson, we take Sharif, and just go by the queue. What's your take on this issue? Liberians are protesting the fight against drugs in the country. Do you see the LDEA as an agency that is doing much to combat drugs in the country? Is the government in general taking those giant steps that are anticipated, that will really reflect some sort of willingness to fight drugs in the country? Let's hear your take on this.
Yeah, thank you so much, Nancy. The issue of drugs is not just today. It's not just it didn't happen just 1 month ago, just 2 months ago. We all know how long it has stayed in that country. And part of all the investigation, the DEA arresting people with drugs, we don't see their total involvement when it comes to the investigation and persecuting these people. So I think it's about time that we as citizens stand up against them and say, no, we are tired. Because every time they will say they arrested so amount of drugs, at the end of the day, they will never follow up with the investigation and everything with that. And we'll discuss it 2 weeks, it will be gone. And our children are dying. They are getting so sick. This is harming the entire country and our generation. So there's a need to stand up against the issue of drugs in Liberia. The DEA, if the director of that particular agency is found into that, I mean, he needs to go. Because if you start to build a drugs cartel in the country, we're looking at Mexico, we're looking at Haiti. It's hard to go away. And that's why every day when you listen to the migrant coming to America, their main focus, parents' main focus is they are afraid that their children be kidnapped and taken to the drug cartel, because they use these children there for their operation, their bad operation within the country. So we need to stand up against drugs. It's serious.
Do you really see here that the government is doing well to fight this issue of drug in the country? Do you see that?
Well, there have been several allegations for drugs issue in Liberia. I have not really seen even the government has gone as far as losing the case of 100 million drugs in our country. That was a higher degree that you and I cannot understand. You understand? The recent one at the RRA, who were involved, government officials, who was the security director at the airport. He's from the CDC. The LRA, they're working under this regime. So I feel that they need to come out and tell the Liberian people the truth about what is going on. Instead of building the cartel behind closed door and coming out and acting as if to say they are fighting drugs. They're not fighting drugs. Because since the issue happened at the RRA, we have not even heard from the security director. We don't know where he is right now. How far is the investigation? Thank you.
Jackson, let's hear you, sir.
You mute.
Can you unmute? You are muted, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Drug is a major issue. It's a stigma that's gonna stay if we are not careful. If we don't handle this issue with some level of emergency, it's a stigma that's gonna stay on us. I give you an example of the city of Medellin in Colombia, where they have Pablo Escobar. Till today, the effects of drug is still on Medellin. You know how the Colombian government tried to resolve that issue? They took harsh measures to resolve that issues. And the police, the army, and every paramilitary institutions were involved in resolving the drug problem in Medellin. But the problem, the thing is, it was sometime in the 60s, 70s. But do you know what? We still study about Medellin. So I see people stay, if we don't manage this problem well, if people put their personal, personal issue ahead of this and don't take it to be a serious problem, it will reflect on Liberia. It will reflect on you. It will reflect on me. Tomorrow, when we have gone, people will read about Morovia, how drug took over our country. So it's a very, 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 very serious issue that has to be dealt with all our bloods.
Thank you.
That's why I know. Yeah.
Thank you. Let's hear from you, Sheriff.
Yes, I would say it was a very good initiative for the former senator, going out there to protest. The government has actually dropped the ball when it comes to fighting drugs and corruption. So I even if, I mean, trust me, if I were in Liberia, I would have been on the street today as well, protesting for that. Our young people deserve every protection against drugs. So if the DEA boss is not, I don't know him, but if he's not doing the job, then definitely he has to go. The whole government, in fact, has to go. Equally so, I will just use the remaining time to debunk some of the things my friend said about me, and then just conclude it. I'm very aware of the current and every situation now, or if not all, but most of it that happens in Liberia. I remember CPP came up to the first, if I'm not, I stand to be corrected, the very first people to come out to talk about the voter roll, and no other parties were, involved in that. Other parties also came up and said something about it. No other people. So you be doing it today. We have done it. So it's not something that we all should be jubilating around here.
Thank you. I don't want us to go back to that photo routine
that's my time, brother. I understand. I already comment to the drugs issue, and I just, if you can respect that, and I just conclude, that's my time, brother. I can do whatever I want to do with it, right? Correct?
No, the man, I'm talking about you. I mean, want to come in to go back and forth. I ain't saying you get that time, man. That's fine. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Okay, so thank you. Amy, go ahead. From there, we take Prince. We take Cindy. We gotta wrap up this thing.
About the drug issue. That was a good initiative by the senator, but is anything gonna happen at this point? I don't see it, because we all heard recallings and stuff, and those people are not doing those things, and that don't know about it. If Nabolo name getting mentioned, and I don't think anything's gonna be done about it. And at the point, if anything was gonna be done, it was gonna start with Nabolo. I'm sorry, but it didn't. She's here with him. So that's why it's so important to get rid of this government. That's why the voter roll, whatever they're doing with it, and all the games that the election commission is playing. That's why it's some kind of sensitive issue with some of us, because that's the only way right now to get rid of some of these things. To get rid of if God forbid, this man rig election and we allow it to happen, some of us might as well just stay here, and we don't want to do that. Okay, so this is why it's so important to get it right, Miss Election Commission. If your children are here, but trust me, Liberian people, they will look for them. I'm not threatening or whatever, but you have to be a mother and have to be a woman that care about your country, whatever they have over you, whether that corruption thing that they were talking about with your brother, if anybody threatening you with it, when they're out of there, they can't do anything to you. Do your job and do it right. And let the Liberian people reward you tomorrow. If we are winning the election, let it be free, fair, and transparent. Everybody see that he won it. But somebody else shouldn't win it, then he actually manipulate the numbers and for him to stay there. No. Nobody's saying if we are winning free and fair, I mean, that's what the people want. But as we've seen it, we know we cannot win it. So for you to come out and tell us that he win it, you have to show us where, when, how.
Okay, thank you. Let's take Prince, and then we take Cindy.
Well, Nelson, and to my fellow panelists, the thing there is that for the drugs issue, Joe got to make it clear to every Liberian around, in Liberia and around the world, that he will not fire anybody. When the Meta Eleanor came out, when they talk about, they said it was Marinka, he said he gave them 4 days, right? Am I lying? Anybody can record that? 4 days.
Yeah, 4 days to resign.
So since the was that the 14th up to now is how many days or how many weeks? So that portion of the drugs issue in Liberia is not involved until Joshua leaves. That's the only way the next government with the GMB will try to have the protected people who would just after this drugs law group from our country. 1, 2, even where the fuck did it come from? Jamaica. You know one of the things they're doing in Jamaica right now? When you
tourists, you go to Jamaica, they come around the hotel and hijack people. As I speak to you, one of my church member, son, Renner, is missing for weeks. Now, they're requesting a ransom of money.
Okay.
So it's not surprising.
But listen, is this a CDC problem? Is it fair to maybe shift everything on the CDC government?
Nelson, you give me the 30 seconds. Let me just give you a breakdown from Ellen James City government to this government, to the turning of this government. Ellen James City government turn. I remember when she took office 2005, 6, 7, there was a drugs arrested at the port of entry. She dealt with it. And the DEA boss. Now when you see the senator speaking about it, but then he was at the Senate.
Okay.
And he was the chairman on drugs and securitism. They created the DEA. It was anytime they created that. Now, if you see the chief of staff name on a package, what George tried to defend the other, they say somebody, Finabono needs somebody can read it and say, that mistake. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? They go to India. When that manifest comes from the plane and your name is written on it as a consignee. American government will tell you, say, that somebody else will not pays back.
Thank you. Let's take Cindy. And after Cindy, we take Sylvester quickly.
Look, Nelson, the issue of illegal drugs is one that should also concern all of us, the same way as the election final registration issue that we have flagged. We see what is happening to our country. It is very sad. We see our fellow Liberians, young, like some of us, on the street killing themselves. It is very sad. Nobody is saying that George Weah started this thing. We came from a civil war, and after the war, we saw that drugs started coming into Liberia. However, holding the folks accountable, people that are bringing drugs into the country, holding them accountable and taking the issue seriously is something that we expect from our leader. That's something we expected from Mr. Weah. But when the issue of drugs start to permeate Liberia and that our government is not taking it serious, people are not being punished, no thorough investigations to give the Liberian people clear answers, that tells you that the president is not serious about the issue. And that's why we are blaming it on Mr. Weah. Nobody is saying that Weah started this thing. But why is it intensifying under his administration? Why is it that people are not being held accountable under his administration? Why is it that when there is issue, that the government itself is losing millions of dollar cases? We saw recently. So that's the question. These are the questions Liberian people are asking. I said something the last time. If you are in a home and people continue to accuse you of stealing and you are not proving that you are not the person stealing or trying to exonerate yourself or speaking to the issues, then the people will continue to say you are the theft in the home. The drug issue has amplified. It has increased. We see more people on the street dying from drugs today than we saw during the administration of Madame Salif. So the senator going out there and speaking and other people demanding answers from the DEA is the right thing to do. Okay. Will we get an answer? We may not get an answer. But that does not mean that we shouldn't go out there and demand answers. We should do that. The Liberia of yesterday is not the Liberia of today. We have technologies. People are speaking out. The young people are speaking out. Everybody getting involved into our political system and expressing themselves. So we expect changes.
Thank you.
And the change to come is Mr. Alexander Benedict coming, the president who will face Liberia effectively and efficiently.
Thank you.
My fellow panelists, I beg to leave. I have to go and get my kids from church. So you guys enjoy the rest of your night. It's good to be here.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Cindy.
Let me watch me show I going.
Yeah, so let's make room for so the man just took the time to sell a candidate just all at the same time. But go ahead, Sylvester.
Yeah, thank you. I want to applaud the guys that went out there today to air their voice or to stand up for the DA and for action to be taken in terms of drugs. Like I always tell people, you can't tell a monkey to go and arrest a banana. It won't make it to you. Now, we don't even know these people, these DA people. We don't know who they are. We don't know what they are involved in. How did they get hired? What is the method of recruitment? Because if these people are not reliable people, it's for nothing. And the end users are not the real culprits. They are victims too. These Zogos and all these people they are victims too. And they have to commit crime in order to support their addiction. And in that process, some of them mock violence take place and they get hurt in the process. Like I usually say, when it comes to drugs, we need to take away politics. This is a pandemic. Liberia is being used as a hub. Liberia ain't got money to buy drugs. They're just small thing, but the real is where it is used to disperse the drug in West Africa and its surrounding and whatever it is. And when your nation is being labeled as that, it creates national security issue. All of these things have to be taken into, because if you pop out there as a Liberian, show a Liberian passport, they look at you differently, treat you differently because of the perception that on your country. So this drug issue, we have to really treat it as a pandemic. That's where leadership kicks in. But you know what? When the cartels are the one who's supposed to implement it, it won't work.
Involved.
Oh yeah. Toure, let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, Nelson, thank you so very much. Look, with the drugs issue, I'm not going to accuse the government of being a drugs dealer, but they are aiding it in some ways. I mean, look, bro. If it barks like a dog, it walks like a dog. Don't tell me that Billy Goat, that dog. Look, you arrested $100 million worth of drugs. What happened? Let somebody make that make sense to me. Then we sit here and start playing with people's lives. Look, every time we talk about Liberia not being a serious country, some people get offended as if to say that they don't want carrying the patriotism card in their pocket and some of them having our wallets. We all got it. But until the nation can start doing things that resemble other functioning nations, we should continue to say that Liberia is creeping down onto a darkest path. That's what is happening. We are listening to Dr. Nyeshua today. Doctor in public health. Speak on these issues. Liberia is deteriorating. There's a drugs epidemic right now in our country, brother. And the only thing that can change it, President George Manneh Weah got to go. At this point, I don't even care whether Tian Gonglo become president or not. Anybody else? Yeah, absolutely. Listen. Look, man, I'm telling you, Nelson. At this point, from what I'm hearing, that disgruntled or rude, election commissioner talking over there. And look, I don't mean that in any condescending way. The way she was speaking to senator, that's a senator, bro. Who talked to a senator like that? I mean, I'm looking at.
Thank you.
Look, man, Nelson, I'm telling you this. Like I said, read my lips, Read my lips. I don't even care what honorable senator. Honorable Tian Gonglo become president of the republic. Anybody can become president of Liberia, but not President George Manneh Weah. I've seen enough. I've read enough. And international community know exactly. That's why the ambassador said, the outgoing American ambassador said what? Liberians, this is your movement. Seize it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Rudolph, are you cheering for Toure now? You're trying to drunk Tian Gonglo?
No, I have always admired Toure level of patriotism. I have always admired it. Wait, you want to go, Evelyn?
No. Everything was the first to speak on this issue, right?
No, you're going around again. You're going around
No. I'm
again.
not making the rounds. I'm coming back to those who went out of studio and they came back.
Okay.
I'm just trying to pick them up.
Yeah, I mean, so Nelson, that is why I was clapping for him. But to the issue, I mean, I must applaud the efforts of former Senator Balut. But here is it, Nelson. We have less than 20 days to elections. Do you think, Mr. Weah, when will Mr. Weah set up an investigative team to go and investigate and come up with their findings before he can fire people? That was a good effort, but if you will ask me, I think that group was supposed to join the launch group today. Because, I mean, let's be frank, let's call a spade. The only way that this thing can go away from us is to kick Mr. Weah out. And how can he be kicked out? By having a free, fair, and transparent elections. So moving forward, these groupings they should all come together and assemble at the NEC, because this lady is arrogant. And Nelson, the thing is this, right? The level of arrogance that in that lady, I feel like it is backed by something higher. And when I say something higher, it might be the president. I mean, I'm not saying that it is, but it might be.
Though there's no proof for that.
And as of now, I will say this publicly. I don't trust her anymore. I don't think she is fit to preside over this.
But Ambassador Parker said just the other day that he trusts the National Elections Commission. He trusts the credibility of the commission. The commission will do a great job. So are you?
Yeah, go ahead, Nelson. Go ahead. You were saying something.
Okay, there. Thank you. Let's hold you there. Thank you.
Nelson, it was then. Also, I am not Ambassador Parker. I'm a free thinker. I'm a Liberian. I'm a patriot. And I'm telling you that I don't see her fit to preside over these elections.
Thank you. So Sheriff is done. So it's left with Josh and Mobile. Okay, Josh, go ahead. Then Mobile will take us to the line.
Okay, guys. Look, thank you very much. Look, sorry, I was away from my usual spot, so I couldn't. My phone was a little bit sketchy there. So I first want to address the first issue that came up. I think Monday that was on the show, and Nelson, you was away. So I just want to say quickly, I may disappoint people here and a lot of listeners as well, because I'm not going to apologize. I know words are meant to be used. I did not insult anyone personally.
My man, don't bring that thing here. What do you mean you're not coming to
apologize?
No.
Sylvester, hold on.
No. I'm not going to apologize. For what?
Let's do this. Let's do this one.
No, George, not only did George Otto on the show, George left the platform. He went in the chat room and started.
Oh, sorry.
I'm all for free. I'm all for. Wait, hear me out, Nelson.
No, guys, listen.
Nelson, can you put people in the back because I'm talking? Can you put people in the back?
Let's do this.
Nelson,
can you mute the people? Can you mute people, please?
Gentlemen,
Nelson, I'm talking.
I've recognized Therese, so let's have
Nelson. I am up for free speech. Like I said, if George don't want to apologize to us, George, just continue with the topic. Continue to address the issue. But don't go back to say, oh, I'm not going to apologize to anybody. Because if you say that now, then you're really going to anger some of us. Then that winner, then we're going to say, be like, look, no, come on. We can do that. This is
no restriction on the show. Anybody can cost.
This is a space. This is a space created.
I need to cost you and Snedo him.
And exchange ideas.
Mama, let's not do
man, that's not right.
Ture has the floor.
Hold on.
This is a space. This is a space provided to us for us to come and share ideas and say our candidates. It was not created for us to come here when we disagree with people, or when we say something you feel offended, then you attack us personally, right? I have not done that to you. And nobody that I know here, I have addressed you in that way. So that's what I'm saying. If you're not going to apologize to me, like I said, for me, George, I have no problem with you, bro. I mean, I have this thing. I can take it. But don't come and say, "Oh, I'm not going to
Okay,
apologize
thank
for
you.
this." No,
Thank you.
don't do that.
Thank
Okay,
you.
can I continue, please?
Yeah, no, I'm coming. I'm coming to you, Josh. Let's
Okay.
take Sylvester. Sylvester, please go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you. You see, this is what maturity brings. When you have majority of the people in a room or on a show or on a platform telling you that you are wrong, maturity kicks in and says, gentlemen, I'm sorry. It has been happening everywhere. It has been happening on all talk shows. Things happen and what have you. But you can't come and say, I'm going to disappoint you, but I'm not going to say sorry and whatever. What precedents are you setting? Another person will do the same thing tomorrow in short and come back and say, I will not say sorry. Let's move on with the topic and this and that. Nobody is a child here. I can stand the heat. That's not the point. But we're setting a precedence and try to create a platform that is respectable, and we all here are adults and we all can slip. But when you slip, maturity should kick in. So you shouldn't come here and say, I'm going to disappoint you. I'm not going to say sorry. Georgie, you can be better than anybody here, man.
Okay, so listen, it's not about
Nelson, can I make a statement?
10 seconds.
Lady, can I make a statement, please?
All of you want to make a speech
No,
on this
give me-
thing?
Yeah, let me just
talk, guys. Let me talk. You can
Give me
talk.
10
We've
seconds.
been talking
Give me 10
since
seconds.
I
Okay,
came up.
Prince, 30 seconds.
So Nelson,
You not get that, Prince, man. Play that town.
no. Nelson, the thing
The
there
thing
is
we're
that
talking about is different.
let me be real with you. If George will be on this show to insult people and come on this same platform while the war is watching to tell you that he will not apologize to anybody, believe you me, I wash my hair off this show. I know I'm not paying you. I'm
Dr.
not paying
Francine did the
anybody
same
yet.
thing the last
My
time. She
brother,
came back and
Don't do that.
I
No, Prince, don't do
So
that.
guys, we gotta move on. Listen, we have a talking
I
point.
beg
We're
you, don't do
already
that.
into our time. Our audience need to call in and participate.
Get 10 seconds.
And so we will not spend the rest of the
Get
show
10
time
seconds.
on
I'll
this.
be done. 10 seconds.
Yeah. So no, Rudolph,
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
Sorry, everyone can take the 10 seconds and all of that. So let's move. Let's go back to George.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So we will give you the time to go ahead, George.
Okay,
You
so-
have 2 minutes on the talking points and all of that. But George, for the sake of our audience, we want you to apologize, and for the sake of
Okay.
every single person on the platform here, and I think that's the right thing to do at this time, because there are thousands of people who take up their time and come up here, and it's just fair that we do that for them.
Look, Nelson, look, I understand the predicament you're in, right? And that you have a show to run and you have a CEO to report to, you have your supervisor, you have everyone else. However, I just want to address the talking points. Coming to apologies, I can think about that later because I've had a hard thought about this. And I've come to the conclusion that I will not apologize. I've apologized twice on the show.
Okay, it's
I've
fine.
apologized
If
twice
Georgie
on the
doesn't
show.
apologize, I will leave.
And for this,
It's
I would
okay.
not. And if you want
Me
me to off the
too.
show, let me know.
That's
I will
fine. Georgie
leave.
not apologize, I will leave.
Listen,
I will leave
listen,
too.
Oh, yeah.
Nelson, can I say
Nelson,
something?
if Georgia apologized,
listen,
I'll leave.
guys, we gotta
I'll
do this.
leave.
Nelson, can I say
Yeah,
something real quick? I think that's my help.
Other people can come. We're not the only people.
Listen,
I mean, we cannot
listen.
even force them
No,
to apologize.
don't
We
get
cannot
apologize to
apologize,
me.
I mean.
Apologize to Prince. Apologize to Prince. Apologize
The
to
man look at
Sylvester.
Prince in the face.
No,
Nelson.
Prince,
I'm
listen,
ready.
Johnson.
You come here,
He is
you
talking
come here,
to
you.
you.
Okay, no,
You
no,
know,
no,
listen
no,
to me.
guys,
You come here,
guys.
you
Let
can
everybody
Guys, let's
else.
not
apologize
do
to
this.
Prince. Apologize to our viewers. Apologize to Prince.
Let's not do this. Let's not do this. Let's not do this, please. Let's not do this. Okay, Therese, sorry, I will bring you back on, but we gotta move on. We have a show to run, and we have our audience to participate on the show.
But
And
Nelson, yeah, that 10 second. I understand, right? We had a show to run, but there's a situation right now, right? Everybody here, nobody here, people forcing them to come here and say all type of word. You understand?
Listen.
So if they may say something, they may apologize to us or to the audience. You know how many? You know how many?
Nelson, are you even
listen,
reading
listen,
comments?
listen. Let's
yeah,
do
right?
this, guys. No, we gotta move on. Josh,
Nelson, are you reading
make
the
a
comment
point.
section?
Thank you.
No, listen. I don't want to get distracted by comments. I'm not going to comment section. All right.
Yeah.
So everything we do here The world is watching. The audience is the best judge. All right. We are all here. This is a space that's created by this network for us all to express ourselves on the different issues, to talk about how we feel about the national issues. All right. We are all mature folks here. And the best we can do is to serve our conscience right, is to do that which is right. It's not like an elementary school where somebody pushes another person to do something. So we got to move on. That's what I can say. Let's move on.
Thank you,
I
Nelson.
beg to leave. If Georgie can
All right,
apologize,
that's all we're supposed to do. Well, yeah, anybody want to really leave, but I think we all mature here. Can we just move on?
Nelson, let me come in quick. I'm begging you. Do not listen to me, Nelson. You're following.
Thank you, brother. I gotta leave. I'm sorry.
No.
Listen.
To me.
That'd be friend.
Nancy.
For one man business, then man like
Listen.
it's wrong.
I mean, no.
I don't know.
I will pass you direct on the phone.
That's understand this, right?
It's wrong.
George is a grown
Can I?
It's
Yeah,
wrong.
Nancy. Can I give Nancy a
Let's do
respect?
this. We gotta move on.
Nancy?
We gotta move on. George,
Yeah,
make
let
a
me
point that's
talk.
not
Yeah, give me 1
Hey,
minute.
Nelson, let's move on. Anybody wants to
1
go, that's
minute.
fine. But let's
But
move
man,
on.
Sherry, you don't say like that, Sherry. You just
Yeah, but listen, the Nelson, you can't apologize. Why would you force a groom man to apologize?
It's not about group. Somebody
Come on now.
what are you talking about?
No, but this man is a groom man. You can't force the man to apologize. Let's move on for the sake
George,
of
make
the
a
show.
point. Let's move on.
Thank you, guys. So look,
Now, hold on, maybe you get forced.
the point I want to make is about Senator Dillon going to the election commission to protest, in essence, because that's what he did. I think I watched the clip where the election commissioner appeared at the Senate to be questioned, to give updates on where they were, and so many things were said in that essay. So what she said in essence was that when she said the voter roll is released, is published, and she said if you go on our website, you put your name in or your number in, you will find exactly where you are to vote, and everything is there for you to check. However, it will still be displayed outside, but it's been released already. It's on our site. You can go there and find it. And I think Senator Dillon understood that. Well, I think the reason why Senator Dillon was doing this as a senator, going on the air and saying, I will carry men to go to the election commission to ask a question. If I'm in my office and you come to my office and you want to see me, I got it right not to see you. Whoever you are, you can be the president of the country. If I don't want to see you, I will not see you. Yeah, if I don't want to see you, I will not see you. It's not disrespect, but I'm busy. I'm working. I'm doing something. If you're not booked in to see me, you will not see me. So when people say the election commissioner was rude and was this and was that, for me, I don't understand that. And my point is that I think Senator Dillon had a really big a power in Liberia, a big position, that he needs to comport himself to be an example to the people, to not go and protest. Instead of, you could pick up phone, you got oversight responsibility. You can just pick up your phone and call the woman and say, look, what's going on? I want to see this happening. What's going on? She will tell you exactly what she can tell you. But this man is saying, I will carry men to go to the election commission to go and ask questions. For me, I don't know how to term it, but the people will be the judge, because I don't think it was worth it. But I think Senator Dillon knew exactly what he was doing, because June 7 happened and he won election. So he wanted to bring another one out so that the opposition can have edge. That's it. It was just politics. It was meant nothing to straighten any electoral process. It was just meant for politics, so that we'll be seen out there as talking for the people. So it just mere politics was playing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So we gotta go to the lines. We gotta take some calls now. We're already out of time, so we'll take 10 calls, and then we'll be out of here. So
Nelson, sorry, before you can take your calls, I just running to the airport, man. So thank you for that. I just want to make that point to get out of here. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, thank you. So let's move to the lines now and take some calls. You can call us up on 0555-101075, or you can also call us on the WhatsApp number that I'm pinning on the screen here now. You can call us on this number, and you'll be live on the program. Let's take our first call here very quick. Hello.
Hey, Nelson, how are you doing?
Yeah, great. Your name and where you call from?
Okay, my name is Ronnie Holmes, and I'm calling from Minnesota.
Let's hear you, Holmes.
Oh, I appreciate you young people actually engaging into such debate and learning how to be good panelists. But you have to be a rule guider. Disrespect is not a part of discussion. It's not. And one of the panelists said it right. To be mature is to always own your mistake. You don't have to be arrogant. Look, the diverse views is okay. We like that. No matter what George say, we are here. We can filter out the good part and take it and take the worst part and throw it away. You must be respectful.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're going to lose out. Two people listening to your program.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's take this person. Hello. Please turn down the volume of the gadget you're using to monitor, sir. Please. Hello.
Nothing.
Okay, yeah, you're live. Let.
Nelson is frozen though.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, Nelson. Yeah. But
Okay, are you there?
Oh, okay.
Hello?
Yes, I am here.
Okay, go ahead, please. Go ahead.
So Nelson, this is Mikey Godfrey.
Okay.
Calling from South Dakota. I just wanted to say tonight that I'm very disappointed. I'm disappointed over the fact that we all are grown people and very mature, and sometimes you make mistakes and you own up to your mistakes and move forward. But to the point, and this is a national platform that some of us have our kids watching and stuff. If you come up and you misbehave to one of your fellow, that's how we work together, because no one is perfect. You can make mistakes and tell somebody something, and then you come back and say, man, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean it. But for you to be on a platform that we're all pushing peace for Liberia, we're all pushing, and this is the same reason why our country is the way it is today, because we don't know how to own our wrongs. We don't know how to fix our brothers' mistakes. When they do wrong, we go ahead.
Yeah, just
conclude.
conclude. Yeah, just try to conclude.
So to the point of Mr. DeLong and having to go over to the courthouse to protest, I think that was the right thing to do, because the lady she's being so bossy. She's being so almost like she's not even listening to the Liberian people. They had the stuff in August. They had another one, and they asked her. So it's almost like she's playing take for tat.
Thank you.
She's not ready yet.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's what I wanted to say, Nursing.
Thanks a lot for your contribution. Let's take this person. Hello.
Morning.
Yeah, morning. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
This is another the morning I call to a farm.
You call from where?
To a farm market.
Okay, go ahead.
I really appreciate the young guys, but I think next time bring them far. It'll be easy to control them, bringing them to 9% to the devil control them. Tonight's show was not really, really good. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's take this person. Hello.
Yeah, bro, how you doing?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
I'm Vanny calling for Cloud.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay, the other night someone got this one spend herself on it. It can be one person on the show insulting people. It's not correct.
Thank
you're
you.
You're more than 5 person more there. Everybody gives it one person going to short there. So you say you can't
Please,
apologize.
please,
So
okay.
We will be listening to Spoonter. After Spoonter, we then close up.
Okay, thank you. Let's hear you there. Hello.
Hello, Nelson.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay, quickly. This is Wellington Wooler, Alex Vati. I always active into your comment sections. I call from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania specifically.
Okay, let's hear you, Vati.
Okay, let me just make my point. What happens today at the elections commissions? That was totally out of order by the honorable commissioners, wherein all opposition should stand up, even the ruling establishment. They should ensure that the Liberian people elections will be transparent and there will be accountability into the elections. I must acknowledge the Honorable Senator today, Honorable Abraham Darius DeLong. So all opposition should stand up now. Even President Weah, it should serve as a warning shot to him that this
Okay.
election's not going to be transparent because he need to come up.
Thank
There
you.
should be a credibility.
Thank you. Let's hold you there and take this person. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, go ahead. You're live.
Hello, Nelson. Nelson?
Yeah, go ahead. You're live.
Okay. My name is Manu Masale, calling from Pennsylvania.
Go ahead.
I've been trying hard to come on this show. I'm so happy to be here tonight.
Let's hear you.
But I was on the show the other night listening to the show, and I heard what happened and I saw what happened between the guy there, Josh, and the people. Josh insulted everybody that night and left the show. You was in there. You came back on. It was the guy, what he named, the VAG guy there. He was the one that was on the show that night before you came back. And everybody that was on the show, they told you what happened. And you said you are going to take care of the whole situation. And tonight, I saw the gentleman came back from CDC side. He came on the show and you did not bring it out. Look, Nelson, we want to be listening to this show all the time. There are many people out there want to listen to Spoon's show. But if you continue this, to be very honest, the three gentlemen that left, we love them and we like how they talk.
Okay.
And if you want to satisfy one man and make all the other people to leave the show, that will not go well with us.
Okay.
You
Thank
need
you.
to stop that.
We
When
sincerely-
somebody do wrong on the show, make them to understand what they did. Be honest. Do not be there to take side with anybody.
Thank you.
We
Your
are people
point
here.
is.
We are people here. We want to listen to the show and enjoy the show, but not for somebody to be there to be insulting everybody and you allow the person on the show. By right, Josh not supposed to even come back on that show anymore.
Okay, thank
because
you.
he insulted everybody there.
Thank you.
Why should the citizens to be that rude to
Thank
be
you.
exhibiting it everywhere? That's
Let's-
not fine. You need to be the one to set
Thank you.
an example.
Thank you.
Nelson.
Thank
If
you.
you continue that, then you are not fair person.
Thank
so
you.
you need to take action
Thank you.
on that gentleman. Other than that, he should not come back on the show anymore.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Let's hold you there. Thanks a lot. Let's take the final call and then we wrap up. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, go ahead.
That's what I did. You have to take George on the show.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
listen. Let's go to
you
our
because-
talking point. George is now our talking point for tonight, please.
Yeah,
Let's
George is our talking point, but
let's make our
you-
contribution to the
and
talking
George
point.
is the one who causing power. People are calling and commenting on it, and you are not saying anything pertaining to it. So for George one, and they will not leave a show.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so guys, we have to wrap up. Let me say thanks to you out there for making a contribution tonight. We sincerely respect your views expressed on this platform. I just like to come back to you guys to wrap up. We will start with we can get the two ANC men together. I don't know why I'll put the other man. Okay, but
Mobile, I'm my uncle there. Things from there. Mobile, Zoka.
no, but I can put it. I
Uncle
can put a
Dave.
female down here either. Okay, so let's do it like this. So Rudolph start, and then we go to Sharif, and then after Sharif, if then we make the rounds.
You know, first of all, I would like to start by apologizing to the viewers. I mean, whatever happened here tonight, I want to say sorry, and we will work to make it better. To the point, you know, Nelson, about this entire drug issue, like I said, and I will say again, asking Mr. Weir to fire people from DA, I mean, it's going nowhere. When he had time, he didn't do it. Now he has less than 20 days in office. He will not do it. Even if he wants to, there is no time to do it. What is more important here is that Liberians stand up for themselves. Go in your thousands to the NEC and make sure this lady takes you guys seriously. That is how we will go. That's how we will achieve a free, fair, and transparent elections. And like I said, this lady arrogance shows that she has some very powerful backing. And this backing, I am somewhat convinced that it's the president, because we can see that the ruling party seems like they have no interest in this thing. Because if this lady is being
just wrap up in 20 seconds, sir.
Yeah, 20 seconds, please. Because the incompetence of this lady, if it was affecting everybody, but now we are seeing the CDC on her neck. But everything shows that she is working for them, and that's why Liberians need to stand up and speak out for themselves to retake their country from the hands of Mr. Weah. Thank you.
Thank you. We go to Sheriff. Sheriff, go ahead, sir.
Yes, Nelson. Thank you very much. Today is my first day. Actually, I'm not feeling it, but again, I think I will be coming here constantly now if the time permit me. But I just wanted to say this to all Liberians that are listening to us tonight. You know, we always has been carrying our elections, or always every election we've been having, we had a slogan. We had a slogan in Taylor time: "You kill my mind, you kill my power, vote for you." We saw how that ends. Monkey Word, Babu Jaw, Ellington, we saw how that works. You know book, you don't know book, we saw how that works. Today, you owe, you not owe, we agree. You stole, you not steal, we agree, and all that kind of stuff. Well, my thing I have to say, in order for us to change Joshua, I don't want to see Joshua in power. Joshua should go. But in so doing, we should tread the paths carefully. This thing that Joshua must go by all costs without thinking the right person to put in there, we will be making a very big mistake.
Thank
we
you.
Liberians, well, that's it. We're closing now. Let me just close one forward.
But you've exhausted
We're not
1 minute,
20.
30 seconds.
1 minute.
No, we already out of time, actually. Yeah, we out of time.
Okay. So I just want to say, in these elections, we have many options. Mr. Kumis is the number one options, but we have other opposition. So it's not just Unity Party alone. We have other options. We got ANC, we got CPP, we got LP, we got other options. So Liberian people, we need to think wisely this time around.
You say other option, but you say CPP. And you
Yeah,
say
we got
ANC,
CPP,
you say
we
LP,
got
which is
Gonglo.
Liberty Party. So you just remain in the.
Oh no! Actually, I forgot this man.
Okay, yeah,
Gonglo
but
name.
that's
What's
okay.
Gonglo? What Gonglo
That's
party?
okay.
Yeah, but what Gonglo party? I forgot the party.
Liberian People's
Exactly.
Party.
Good. And
But
then we
thank you.
got Clarence Monuba, right? Yeah,
I
cool.
know. Yeah, but go ahead. Let's hear you, our sister Evelyn.
Okay, so thank you so much, Nancy, and my fellow panelists here. I want to say thank you to our audience that were watching all here and outside of here. So for me, I just want to go strictly to my candidate, Joseph Yimon Boaka. And I want to go so my people, our ambassador got big beating to do for Oya when he wins the election. You please vote for him. You see, he talk about agriculture, we need to make our own farm. So we can make our own food, we can produce our own food. Then you talk about the road, we need good road condition. Look at all the work we want to sound on the plate is bad. You don't vote for Joseph Yimon Boaka for him to fix the road for us. Then you talk about the rule of law. The rule of law, it means that when somebody do bad thing, they hold them responsible and accountable. You understand? Nobody will just do anything and go. Then you talk about education. Y'all know we need school now. We need education. Our children need to go to school. Then you talk about sanitation. See, I'm over dirty. We need that place to be clean. They say when you get clean area, you'll be healthy. Then you talk about tourism. We got a lot of things in our country that we need to work it out. So my people, you please vote for our candidate. Yeah. On the time comes, Joseph Yimon Boaka. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Cindy? And then
yeah, well, thank you, Nelson, and thank you to everybody that make time here every night to come and listen to us, right? You have other things to do, but you chose to be here because you love your country and because you respect all of us. So we thank you for your commitment. Now, sometimes we will have heat on this show, but I'm sure that we will address the heat, among ourselves. So don't be discouraged we will always bring you a great show every night. Look, the issue of the drugs, we have talked a lot about it. We know that it's an issue in the country, it's affecting Liberians. And we know that something serious should be done. And the only serious thing that needs to be done, my people, is to remove President Weah. I am not blaming Weah. I didn't say he started the issue, but I said he's not doing anything to resolve the issue. If you put me in a position and I can't do the work, take me from there, put somebody there. And that's why we need to put Mr. Comey there, because he understands the issues. On the one, he's ready to lead. Our economy is broken. Just we are destroyed. If he put it in the garbage, Mr. Comey will face the economy. Mr. Comey will address the issue of the drugs killing our people. He will face the education system. You will have work to do again. Our private sector will be booming, and Liberia will be on par again. So again, thank you for listening to us. We will always bring you good show. Vote for Mr. Comey. Yeah, my people. Thank you.
Thank you. Moba?
Yeah, thank you, Nelson. First, I want to apologize to all our listeners tonight, from wherever you are watching or listening to us, and also, we will settle our differences behind closed door, and all our colleagues that left, they will come back and we'll have a great show. Now to the issue, the whole judge issue. I can tell anybody, if God forbid, 100 times, if Georgia go back to power, we are forbidden, right? There will be a cartel. It will be looking at Mexico, where you get a group gangster, another gangster, about more than 4 or 5 different gangsters, and all the gangsters will have arms, they will get drugs, they'll be doing drug trafficking. My people, we don't want Liberia. Liberia very small. Look at Monserrato. You can hold your nose, you go around Monserrato. Imagine you get 4 or 5 gangs who fighting among each other for drugs in our country. How many citizens will die per day, per hour, per minute? So we beg you, this government, this George Weah government, the only thing that can stop it is to take them from in power. And by taking them from in power, you'll go to the police station next month on the 10th, October 10th, and make wise decision by voting JMB in power. When JMB get to power, there will be no drug cartel in our country. We were taking our border. We were taking all our security to make sure they do their job. And there will be fun race for those security, that those security will be putting ourselves into just issue. That today, we see the DA boss, he get just business all on here, they got recording for him. So we ain't that's all we can do, my Liberian people. We beg you, please, you should vote for George Weah. If you want for the country, if you want for our country to be safe from the cartel, from the just cartel, you got to vote wisely. I submit.
Thank you very much, Moba, my co-moderator, and let me say thanks to you, Rudolph. Thanks to you, Evelyn, for joining us for the first time. We appreciate you, and thanks to you as well, Cindy. We appreciate all of you for the time being here tonight, and we want to say thanks to our valued audience, those of you who always come up here to follow, whether via the full online platforms or the different radio stations across the country. We say thank you for following. And again, I want to say that like I said on Monday, I want to express apologies to you, our valued audience here, and we come up here not to disrespect you. We respect the fact that you make up time to follow this show. But again, we are going to work on whatever the issues are, and we want you to know that we will be here to serve you. We'll always bring you a great show, as we've always done. And we want to say have a good night, and we look forward to having a great show here tomorrow. And as usual, once you have these kinds of political discussions, there will always be the tension, and all of those things will be there. And yes, I can understand we use different lenses to look at things based on where we sit. And it's difficult sometimes to understand it or to see it from the way the next man sees it, because you don't sit in that position, So we respect all of that, but trust that we're going to have a great show. And that we respect you, our audience. Thanks for always making up time to be here with us. And so again,
Nancy, I beg you, before you go, I just want to say thank you being nursing, and you did extremely well by holding your peace, because I saw a lot of people bashing you for what happened. But I want to say, just be who you are and continue to control the show. When you realize that things are going off hand, you have your own action to take. Thank you so much for having me for the first time, and I pray to always be here. Thank you. Thank you to my final families.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
We're trying
So
to
good
reach.
night, guys.
Yeah, that's what we gotta try to reach to the other guys. You know.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, we gotta do that.
All right, we'll see you.
Okay, y'all bye. Y'all cool now.
Bye-bye.
Can't be done yet.
That train will not work.
the tree will give up.
The train too old, my brother.
So what did Mr. Kumis get? That what? That
We're facing the country with ideas and brain. We're not using old train.
at least the people get tree, but umpire, you not get broom, you not get shovel, you not get digger. So how you facing the country?
You don't see good train tracking like, bro. The lives of the people.
I
We
beg
use
you.
cars to face the country.
But thanks a lot, man. I appreciate you.
Thank
Thanks
you,
a lot.
Nelson. Have a good night,
Yeah.
my brother.
Okay. Okay, so folks, have for yourselves a good night, and bye-bye for now. Let's remember, Liberia is all we have. Let's keep the peace and stay safe. Bye-bye.
Yes, sir. A special one from the CEO, Stan coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band. Charges on the beat.